If fantasy and romance are what you seek, featuring heroines who aren't quite so meek, with book talk and Instagram full of deceit, simply listen to our podcast, Our Picks of the Week. What is this book?
Readers, Katie has converted me entirely. So this is fan fiction.
Oh, I am, pleasantly surprised.
So this one is called Sincerely Yours. Obviously, it's Dramione. It is by LovesBitca8. So Julie Soto, for those who have not read her yet.
You've been roasting me about my tropes, and then I click to read the summary, and
I know. Okay, so
interesting.
Where do I even begin? The reason I started reading this one of my favorite movies of all time, which Katie refuses to watch because it has Tom Hanks in it, is called You've Got Mail. And You've Got Mail is based on an older movie called The Shop Around the Corner, which in turn is based on a play from like the 20s.
I love that you have the whole history. This is fascinating.
My all-time favorite story. And so in You've Got Mail, you have Meg Ryan, who plays a independent bookstore owner. It's a children's bookstore. And so she's a very sweet but kind of feisty, sparky, wants to fight the big bad conglomerate bookstore. And then you have Tom Hanks' character. He is the CEO developer. He's coming in with Fox Books, and he is opening the big bookstore right like across the street in the same block, and it's basically going to shut her down.
I already see the Dramione all over this. It makes sense.
So
I get you, LovesBitca. Like, it makes sense.
So this is fascinating the way she did it, because it's an equal homage to You've Got Mail as it is to Dramione, because she gender swapped the roles.
What?
So yeah.
Ooh.
So Draco in this story owns the independent shop, and it's been in his family for centuries. And it's in like Diagon Alley or whatever hairy part of the land it is. And so Hermione comes in, and she has all of these licenses to open up basically the Walmart of potion stores, because she wants to sell potions to they call them squibs.
Oh, yeah. And non-magical folk.
Yes, as well as make it easier for Muggle children to learn before they go to Hogwarts. So, and she's going to sell discount potions and all sorts of stuff. So she's got this massive business plan, and she's going to come in, and Draco immediately is like, you're going to fail. This is too much for you. And it's this very enemies, bickering relationship, very much like You've Got Mail. And so she comes in, and she's very resentful towards Draco because she feels he's got pure blood privilege, and it's like wealth has been in his family for generations. And in the background, she has been corresponding with this Muggle.
You don't say.
So Hermione, because she is a Muggle, so she has a computer and laptop, and she had ended up meeting somebody in the chat room, same premise as You've Got Mail, and his name is Nick. And so she's been talking to Nick kind of about their lives, but without just divulging any personal details. But this is a very I want an emotional connection, but I don't want you to know who I am kind of thing. Just surface level. I need a friend, but I'm scared because you're a stranger.
That's fair. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Her name online is Jane. Now, I'm going to spoil the whole plot for you readers.
No. Pause.
So Draco, as part of his probationary period, had to go befriend Muggles. So he bought a desktop.
Oh,
that's super cute. And he befriended a Muggle online named Jane. And so they start talking to each other about how they're struggling with this competing business and exchanging life details. And then all of a sudden, Nick is like, hey, do you want to meet? And Hermione, Jane, is like, well, yes, because I don't have a boyfriend and I think I'm in love with you. And so he says, and this is a direct pull from You've Got Mail. So Nick Draco says, I will be sitting in a cafe in Muggle London, basically, with a copy of Pride and Prejudice with a rose sticking out of it, which is exactly what Meg Ryan's character does in You've Got Mail, waiting for Tom Hanks to show up. So Hermione drags Ginny along because she's terrified to see this guy. Like, what if he's ugly? What if he's 90 years old?
What if he's a murderer?
Yeah. And so they go up to the cafe, and Ginny peers into the window, and she looks at Hermione. She's like, so you know Draco, right? Yeah? What the fuck about Draco? Well, you like how he looks, though, right?
He's hot, right?
You like the blonde thing? Well, yeah, I guess he's handsome. Okay, well, then you're really going to like this guy. So Hermione walks into the cafe and sees Draco standing there. She's like, there's no fucking way. And she immediately thinks Draco's been like, pulling one on her. Like he set this whole thing up. So she charges up, sits down at his table, and he was trying to hide from her because he saw her walk in and he's like, oh my God, no, I can't deal with this right now.
Oh shit.
And so she eventually puts the pieces together as she's like trying to pull it out of him that he has no idea that she's Jane.
Oh, I love it.
She doesn't let on and she leaves. And then like a couple days later, she gets online and she tells Nick, hey, I'm so sorry. I had this, personal thing come up. I can't tell you what it was, but she keeps talking to him. And then it's her. She kind of goes through this self-growth period where Hermione's not very likable because she's supposed to be the big bad business owner who can't get over herself, like little egotistical.
Yeah.
And it's her like, oh, I had some assumptions about Draco. They're wrong. Her reconciling her knowledge of Nick with Draco. And it's like the sensitive guy that you don't see in Draco. So she realizes that she falls in love with Draco and then she has to struggle to realize like, how do I tell him it's me?
I love this. Your narration of it, like if you could do like an audiobook summary, I would just listen to that. Wow, I dig it. I like it when one person knows and the other doesn't.
It's delicious. And it's got letter writing. It's my thing. Like, yes.
Tropes on tropes.
So if you liked Divine Rivals and you haven't, dabbled in fan fiction, this is a great intro because it's just long enough to keep you invested, but it's not so long that you feel overwhelmed like Manacled.
Yeah. I was about to say, because this is like novella length kind of, right?
Yeah, it's very approachable. And then also, Ali Hazelwood, because this is at its heart like a workplace rom-com kind of thing. And then finally, You've Got Mail.
That's fair. Oh my gosh. This is super cute. I don't know that I will ever watch You've Got Mail because of Tom Hanks as the love interest. That just, yuck. I know him as an older gentleman. But I could get behind this. I am intrigued. I'm just going to bookmark this, add it for my later reading.
So it's Sincerely Yours. How do you say her username?
I don't know. LovesBitca8? Julie Soto.
Forget me not.
Oh, God, from Jordan Shelf. Why can't I say Shelf? Am I having an aneurysm?
Maybe.
I feel like someone's going to reach out and be like, girl, you need to go to the hospital.
Oh my God.
From Jordan's shelf to yours.
We will see you on the next page.
Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.